All right, welcome everybody to our Thursday, October 9th Town Council meeting. We are all present today. We do have a council member that will not be here tonight, but we do have everyone else, see staff out there. So let's all, as we always get started with the pledge, and I would love to have Commissioner Grasso lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. All right. Keep going. All right. Motion to approve the agenda as submitted. We have a motion. We have a second. Any discussion? All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
So moved. Next is the motion to approve the minutes of the September 11th, 2025 Town Council meeting as submitted.
So moved. Second.
We have a motion. We have a second. Any discussion? All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All right. Motion to approve the minutes from the October 2nd, 2025 work session as presented.
So moved.
We have a second. Motion second. Any discussion? All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Let's get to the fun part. And this is a presentation from Sal. There he is. He's in the middle row. Maryland Osprey Festival 2026 will be here before we know it.
Good to see you. What a pleasure. Good evening. Next, I got you. Good evening, everyone. It's awesome to be here in Osprey Town, USA. So that's great. So I have a little presentation for you, and as well as a couple other things. As many of you know, we had the Osprey Festival here this April, and we plan to do it again coming up. And so we're going to announce the dates. We're going to go through a little presentation here. With me, I have Johanna and Rick should be coming in any moment now. They're a couple of the co-founders of the festival as well. So we started this festival to educate people on the ospreys. Did you know that the largest breeding population of ospreys in the world is located right here where we are? We're the epicenter, really, if you would, of the ospreys. So about 10 to 12,000 nesting pairs that were here in the area, and we're kind of at peril right now with the ospreys. We've had quite a bit of a decline with the ospreys to the extent that now we have a deficit. And that's a big problem. So that's going to be one of the issues we're going to discuss. We're going to have the keynote speaker at the festival for this year. It's going to be Dr. Brian Watts, and he is with William and Mary. He's in charge of all the studies on the Chesapeake Bay as in regards to ospreys and the Menhaden as well. So it's going to be a great talk. So if you're in my line of business, it doesn't get any better than having Dr. Watts come talk to you. This is going to be our 5th year. We're an all-volunteer nonprofit organization. And what we do is when we collect this money, it goes to other organizations that have interest in protecting and conserving ospreys, eagles, and all the wildlife. We have donated in 4 years over $20,000. And that's because we don't have any overhead. What we do is all volunteers. We would give it to people like Owl Moon Raptor Center and Phoenix Wildlife, Calvert Nature Society. And you're saying, what's Owl Moon? What's Phoenix Wildlife Center? We do not have in Southern Maryland a place that rehabs wildlife, eagles or ospreys. We don't have anybody that's state licensed, let alone federal license. So anytime a bald eagle is injured, an osprey is injured, they have to go to these places for rehab. They come all the way from Montgomery County. They come all the way from Phoenix, Maryland, to help and take them to be rescued. So that's why when I say all the money is really, we keep it local. This is affecting locally what we do here. So How many, just out of show of hand, were at the festival last year? Oh, y'all got to show up, man. It was a great time. We had the rafters, live music. I mean, people, the vendors ran out of food, beer. It was just a great time, and the educational part of it was fantastic. It really was. So, I have a quick video here that I want to play for you. Let me see if I can figure this one out. And how do you click the? Good.
You can treat to the coziness of our homes. Migratory birds and other migratory wildlife travel thousands of miles south to find the resources to survive and wait for the warmth of spring to return. There we go.
My name is Joanna Casa. About 13 years I've lived in South Maryland. And with my husband, we started the Maryland Osprey Youth Festival. The festival itself, all ages are welcome. So I still get super excited. We have live raptor demonstrations. And if you've not seen an eagle up close in your lifetime, this is your opportunity. And it'll change you, it really will. When you see them soaring in the sky after you've seen them 15 feet from you, you look at them differently. They're amazing. In addition to eagles, often they bring owls or hawks along with them. We host a festival in Southern Maryland, and because we've been so successful in educating and getting out our word and having families and individuals understand what we're trying to do, we needed to bring it to a larger area. And so that's why we're here in North Beach.
We're excited to announce the Osprey event coming to our town. And we're very blessed for the leadership to come meet with us because we embrace the Osprey. We have a lot of Ospreys nests around. Ospreys is a well-known bird in our area. And just understanding the background of the Osprey, where they travel to, why they come back, and the mating and the whole process, we're excited. It's an event that I think we're going to attract a lot of people here, which is good for our businesses and our community, but also to bring awareness to such a special bird.
I actually tagged my first osprey in 1983 at one of our 3 nest towers we had at Jug Bay at the time. It helped me right then and there with ospreys, and ever since I've added over 72 towers now to our system of platforms there. So there's a number of studies. One right now is being led by Brian Watts, who's Dr. Watts is professor down at William and Mary. He's seeing signs that starvation is now a major issue with them in some of the areas. For example, last year, a set of 170 nests that he examined only had 17, I think, of those 170 that produced. So only 10% of the nests had chicks, and most of them lost them or they died. They think of starvation. When they did food supplementation to the nest of menhaden, the ospreys then did well.
The Osprey Festival has supported us for several years now. It's really helpful in raising funds to support our work. It allows us to do what we do, basically everything that we do. We have medications to pay for. We have all the dressings and wraps and everything that we need to do. We had to build housing. We just added an X-ray room and an X-ray machine thanks to donations. We also have added now a surgery room. We're building these out in the barn, which is right out here. Now we're at a point where we're getting to a point actually where we're growing and we need to move into a new facility at some point. And we have had more this year than we've had ever before. A lot of them we feel like it's due to starvation. I think they were abandoned from their parents because the parents couldn't provide for them and they had to provide for themselves, so they had to give up feeding them because there was not enough food due to menhaden overfishing.
I became involved with the Maryland Osprey Nature Festival through friends in the Drunk Point community Sal Icaza asked me to consider being on the board of directors for the event, and my business, my life, and everything is always centered around the Chesapeake region. I mean, I've grown up here. It is my recreation, it is my view, it is the sustenance for my business because I sell so many water privileged and waterfront properties. And it is a backdrop to living, and without osprey, eagles, and other creatures that are known for their abundance in the Chesapeake Bay region, I don't know what life would be like. It certainly wouldn't be as interesting. So I have it in me to make sure that those creatures are appreciated, and there's some conservation effort and a give back to the region for what it has given to me.
To put on a festival like this, it requires resources, and we really need those like-minded people to come out and sponsor us, because we need those resources to spread the word, to educate our young minds that are coming to the festival, that are engaging in the process, that are seeing those live raptors and are wide-eyed and are gonna wanna grow up and do something and be engaged in the community and efforts.
To learn more about the Maryland Osprey Nature Festival, please visit our website or scan the QR code to discover volunteer opportunities, make donations, or become a sponsor.
And it just stops, goes on to the next slide. With that note, we would like to donate to North Beach. Use as you will $1,000 on behalf of the Maryland Osprey Nature Festival. So it's a way of, I know you love your ospreys here. I know you love the Nature Center. I know that there's lots that goes on here to educate people regarding wildlife, regarding nature, and that money's to be used however you see fit. So I already gave the money to her. If I would have forgotten it had I not done that beforehand. So the I got to tell you the situation with the Manhattan, if I may, just for a couple of minutes, the situation with the Manhattan is really taking a turn for the worse. And some of those numbers are from last year. For 2025, as an example, there were 211 platforms surveyed on the Patuxent River. Of those, only 11 were occupied. Out of 211, only 11 were occupied, and only 3 of those had chicks. We think, well, we know, and scientists are telling us that more and more it's the Manhattan. They're just being caught at the mouth of the river, of the bay in the Virginia side. And so they have been, the Virginia Fishing Commission has been, actually they've been sued by the recreation fishermen of Southern Maryland, of all people. And the judge has granted the lawsuit had merits. We'll see where that goes. In the meantime, no osprey, not as much in the fishing, not as much in the ospreys. I think the one here, only one of the platforms was occupied, or was it both this year? Does anybody know? I think it was just one, where in the past years there's only been 2, right? So we definitely have that issue that we're going to address at the festival, and we're going to have the pros come tell us all about it. And so with that said, also, we want to thank you for everything that you've done. We're going to need more than ever, Linda, more than ever, because Kent County called me about a couple weeks ago and said, hey, Sal, we've been watching what you're doing over at the festival. This is great. Help us out with ours. I was sure it's for the Ospreys. I'll help you out. When are you having your, I asked them when they're having the festival. They said, well, same date as you. And so it's like, great. And by the way, Kent County Economic Council has our back, and they're supporting us, and they're going all out to support us. So, so I'm going to ask the county, and I'm not asking for money. I'm just asking for advertising and to give us the exposure. That's all I'm looking for. So we're also blessed to have had the festival here and continue to have the festival here. This is a great location with just great people, all of which I've seen here, but really, Phil, Emma, you two are the best, really. And so I can't wait to get the first meetings going because we really got to start planning now. So I think I lost my slide, but that's all I had to say anyways. So, yes, sir.
Think about what we can do. Please don't wait for the first meeting, but if there's something also, I'm sure Chesapeake Beaches also would love to be on board. What we could do as two municipalities, and I know we have Commissioner Grasso from the third district here. She'll probably take notes and take it back to her.
Didn't notice that. Yes. Okay, so that was on my slide. It's gonna be on April the 18th. It's a Saturday from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. Okay.
Think about what we could do as a town, help protect, enhance the ospreys down there. We don't talk about it tonight, but
Sure.
think about it.
Sure.
And let's get together besides your festival, what we could do as a town. Maybe there's more we can do. Council, y'all have any questions for Sal?
No.
No.
All right.
Sounds like a great event.
Let's do a photo.
And we'll see you guys on the 18th of April of next year. And by the way, all this advertising is going to start coming out tomorrow. I want everyone here to know first before I start announcing, put it on Facebook and all the other places. So, yes. And Rick, please join us. Rick is one of the co-founders. Come on, buddy. And Johanna, please.
Move this to the side. We'll have you.
You need one of those great. Y'all get them. A good sign. Yeah. Definitely said.
Now, we will be counting it. I'm not saying that 4 years to catch up. So I'm not.
A little competitive over here in North Beach. Thank you. Sal, thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.
All right, let's move into the next item on the list. Calvert County Sheriff's Department monthly report. We have Sergeant Norton with us tonight.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Everyone received a copy of the report. Just go over some of the highlights for you.
Also, for everybody that's online, out in the audience, if you go to our website, you go to Board Docs, you can download every single thing that we have. You can also have. Our goal is to make sure we're all on the same page so you can see the reports, see the numbers, see everything that we're talking about. So, all right, thank you.
In September 2025, deputies with the North Beach Township responded to 131 calls for service, which was slightly up from 118 calls for service in August. We had 567 self-initiated calls for service to include patrol checks, traffic stops, and follow-ups for investigations we're conducting. Some things to highlight: we had a theft of a cell phone on Sebream Court. I'm sure everyone's aware of who we were dealing with over there. Several of the things in the town report have to do with that address. As I said last month, we're still working on that. DJS has finally stepped in as of Friday and helping us out, and I don't want to jinx it, but they're helping us out. We'll leave it at that. Had one DUI arrest, First Street and Dayton Avenue. It was a traffic stop. Deputy observed various traffic violations, conducted a stop, found the driver to be impaired, and was placed under arrest. We had domestic assault on Chesapeake Avenue. The female half and male half were involved in an assault. Female half was arrested and charged accordingly. We also had a fight with two juveniles at Callis Park. I believe that was during First Friday. Deputies responded to that and spoke with all parties involved. Parents wished no further. They were going to handle it themselves. And an assist sick, the mother of the same address on Sebream Court, wrecked her vehicle in Dunkirk and fled the scene. Deputy Newton investigated that and took care of that for us. I did say in the Excel sheet, there were no non-fatal overdoses. The one in there that is heroin related from that same address on Sebring, it was an overdose, but she wasn't actually overdosing yet. We got there just in time and she was still breathing and everything. EMS got there, transported her to the hospital. Then we had unattended death on 5th Street. That was a cardiac arrest. Subject was unresponsive when they got there. Life-saving measures were administered, but the subject had passed away. I know the mayor has some questions for me, but does anyone else have any questions before we go into that?
All right, and also just remember, this is the September report, not the October report. So obviously there's incidents that have happened in October, it's well aware of. That's on the October report. So I do have a couple questions. The patrol checks come out to about 15 a day for September. Explain to us again, what is a patrol check?
So each town we have about 37 different patrol checks between the two townships that we have in our CAD system. So a deputy can go to town hall here and punch in the code that we have in our system, hit submit, and they're doing a patrol check. Typically it's neighborhoods, Fast Stop, the boardwalk, Forbidden Beach, Callis Park, Wetlands Park, things like that. Most of the time, like if I'm at the boardwalk or Wetlands Park, I'll note in there on foot because I'll get out, go for a walk a little ways, say hi to some citizens and things like that. But that's what a patrol check is. They're just checking an area that is listed on our list of patrol checks. The prime example would be like Fast Stop. They'll start a patrol check at Fast Stop, park in the parking lot for 10 minutes or so, go in, say hello to the employees, things like that. And that's what we consider a patrol check.
Perfect. What about the check welfare? Is that a welfare check where they got to report somebody and not answering, talking, haven't seen them? Is that the same thing?
Correct. So that can be, someone sitting on the bench at the boardwalk.
All right.
And a citizen rolls by, says, oh, that looks odd to them. So they call us to come check their welfare. We arrive, we see them. Hey, how you doing? Everything's good. Check their ID, make sure they're okay. Call it a day. Or we could get called to a residence for a check welfare there. Instances where, I'll just say elderly. I'm not going to say an age because I don't want anybody in the room to get mad at me for what I consider elderly. But if you're trying to get a hold of your parents or your spouse, you're at work or, you're just checking in on your parents and they're not answering the phone. They'll call the sheriff's office. They'll say, hey, can you send a deputy by my parents' house? They're not answering the phone. I call them every day at 9 a.m. to say hello and they didn't answer the phone. So it's instances of that.
That's great. Council, do y'all have any other questions for Sergeant?
No, I was just gonna say, good job on the first Friday.
Thank you.
There was a good presence around and everything seemed really good. We spoke about a few things about maybe next year getting the explorers involved.
Yes, ma'am.
And you mentioned setting up a booth, which I think is great. But we'll talk about those when we get closer to next year, but good job.
Thank you. Also, if I made I was speaking with some of the council members prior to the meeting. I have spoken with deputies this week, and it's actually agency-wide. When I first came on, when you went to a call and it was determined to be something else, you were supposed to tell dispatch, hey, it wasn't this, it was actually this, so they could recode it in our system for this statistical reporting to FBI and things like that throughout the nation. I found out that hasn't been getting done with a lot of these because some of the numbers were off when I was doing the town report this month. I'm like, I don't remember this many of these. And I'm reading the notes and stuff. I'm like, okay, some of these should have been changed. So I did touch base with the deputies working up here and said, hey, if you go to a check welfare and it's actually a domestic or it's a theft or it's something else, make sure you tell them that so it's not coded as something else. And it looks like we're high in one section of the report and down in another section and so on and so forth.
Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you. And I will be here till the end if anyone has any questions and needs to speak with me.
Let's move right into reports. The first one's always town administrator report.
Thank you, Mayor Benton, Council. For September, we have a fairly brief report, and really the big part of this is just the recap of what we talked about last night with the Chesapeake Beach Water Reclamation Treatment Plant. We put an update in this report every month. Right now, we're digging through with the town administrator there on variances between billing and budget and their operating and management reserve fund charges. So we're seeking clarifications on where we are with that. It looks like we're on track, but we did have a conversation with them this week, and Veronica and I will be going over next week to have a meeting with their treasurer and the town administrator to get further clarification on what these charges are looking at, and we'll bring that back to council. The FY27 budget review, the staff budget is in. Veronica's working through that now. And for the work session in November, you'll see an update on the current FY26 CIP and what was approved to put in the 6-year CIP last year. And so we'll be seeking some guidance on how you want to move forward with that. And other than that, things are going really well. You'll find I've attached within the memo are open RFPs and ITBs, and you should have a copy of the big spreadsheet with all the CIP. Other than that, that's all I have to report this month.
Thank you so much. Any questions for Linda?
Yes, I do. Thank you, Ms. Vassallo. I have a question regarding the billing and budget aspects with Chesapeake Beach. And I was wondering, do we think it would be collectively beneficial to receive a report with your findings, including possibly a rate calculation and the impact on the town and residents?
Sure, we can certainly bring that back for a work session. Okay.
Questions? All right, thank you so much. Move into marketing communication.
Hello, everybody. Mayor, Town Council. Really not a lot to share. We're just in the rollout of our newsletter, week 2, seeing a lot of traction there, also shoring up some of our editorial process with that. The waterfront has a lot of events coming up. I'll let them share what's going on there. But if you have any questions for me, I'm happy to answer.
I do want to make sure you're all signed up for northbeachmd.org. We've started, Kevin started, not we, Kevin, and staff, a Wednesday newsletter to go out. And our goal is to get the newsletter out Wednesday. It'll update everybody on events coming up, our council meetings, whatever is a hot button for our recycling, trash, whatever it may be. And so far, I think we're on number 2 or
3 just came out on Wednesday.
And they're amazing. So if you have input, please reach out to Kevin. But I think it's great because it gives our residents and our guests opportunity to know what's coming up. So if they wanted to attend to it, they can. But we also promote the northbeachmd.org to sign up for text messages and emails. So Kevin, slam dunk, home run, whatever you want to say. I appreciate it. It looks wonderful. Read and the links work. So thank you.
Thank you.
Let's keep rolling. Planning, zoning, code enforcement. Rick.
Good evening, Mayor, Council. You've got the report. The only other thing I'd add this month is we do have all of our permits applied for DPW to start the bathrooms at Callis Park. Once those come in, then they will take over from there.
And again, I would like to say that please, if you'll have questions for Rick or Croto, who does our code, you see him riding around in a little gym, call up, meet with them, come on into town hall. You'll see all the moving parts. There's a lot, sometimes I really think our town is like a duck. Above water, we look all calm out there, and then below water, staff is just pedaling their hearts out. And there's so many moving parts what our staff handles. I'm very, very impressed and very excited about the direction we're going. So Rick, thank you so much for your report. Any questions for Rick before we move on? Nope. All right, let's keep rolling. Public Works, Donnie Bowen.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. I just want to say, I missed the email. Y'all look rather snazzy up there tonight. I feel a little underdressed. Everyone looks professional tonight, but I want to highlight on my report one thing. I got several comments while we're in there working on. A lot of great comments and compliments is the new access ramp that was installed on the south side of the pavilion. So Last month, we did get the access ramp. Now we have an ADA type access ramp, 8 feet wide, to where if we need to get on that South Beach now, it's going to be very easy to access. And also, I noticed several parents with young kids with strollers and everything else, and they were so appreciative because it's so much easier for them instead of trudging up down the stairs even just to use that ramp. So that was a simple little thing, but a great addition, I think, to the waterfront, and possibly looking at putting one on the north side since it was such a good success on the south. So
Crews are out. They're doing their thing, getting ready for the next phase of our town, and that's winter. So any questions for DB?
When did we need to get you a decision on the breakwaters?
I would like to have it sooner than later, and I think Ms. Fasalo is going to put it on next month's work session or meeting agenda so they can keep moving forward. And just a quick reminder for everybody, and Kevin will probably send out emails blast, but leaf season is coming up, so please do what you can to try to keep your leaves out of the storm drains, because we spend an enormous amount of money and time and trouble sucking those things out when the pumps get clogged and the storm drains get clogged. And we've been, so far, knock on wood, this has been kind of a dry year, but they are calling for rain this weekend. So just check your gutters, downspouts, and that's where all the problems seem to begin, a lot of times in the fall with the leaves. So.
Absolutely. All right.
And then if
Any
council-
questions? If not, move on. All right. Thank you so much.
Yep.
Finance.
Good evening, Council. I'm Veronica Atkinson, and I'm filling in tonight for Joanne Hunt, who is the treasurer for North Beach. On the staff report, we have, I'll have to put my glasses on so I can read. For our fund balance, we have $9 million. Our encumbered unspent capital is $2,550,960. That money is in a savings so that we can cover our capital projects as we complete them. The budget for FY26 runs from July 1st to June 30th, 2026. This post reflects the council's approved budget on the left-hand side of the document, and the revenue and expense to date is on the right-hand side. As you look through, you will notice we're only 3 months in. So we're only running through the end of September for this report. And if you take the budget and you divide it by 12 months, you'll see that we're trending in some funds a little low and other funds a little high. The reason for that is timing. We've recently sent out the water sewer bills. They were sent out at the end of July, and that was for the second quarter of our calendar year 2025. It actually, all of that money will be posted to FY25. We're in FY26 now. We will be doing our first quarter billing for fiscal year 26, the end of October. That income we will be posting to FY26, and you'll start seeing it about November, December. So you'll see some revenue coming in, and hopefully that'll leave some tension. But we're used to it. I mean, everything is timing, and when we bill and when we receive things and different, we're getting ready to go into the Christmas season, believe it or not. So we're starting to see some of those invoices come in and POs for things for Phil and Emma. And they did great decoration on the front of Town Hall today. It looks so nice. So do you have any questions for me?
Thank you for the detailed report.
Sorry.
All right. Thank you.
Thanks.
All right. Next is Waterfront and Parks. Phil and Emma. Apologize. I saw Emma sitting there.
Yeah. Good evening.
This is Phil, everybody.
Yes, I'm not Emma. Good evening, Mayor and Council. Nothing really to highlight on the report. What I would like to do is just kind of highlight some of the upcoming townwide events we have. This weekend, we have the community cleanup. On Saturday from 8 to 4, it'll be on 3rd Street between Chesapeake and Dayton. We'll have 10 dumpsters, so feel free to bring all your stuff with you this weekend. And in 2 weeks, we have all of our Halloween events. On October 25th, We have the Hound of the Town from 12 to 2. Our Boo Bash event starting at 3. We'll have a movie, which will be new this year at dusk that evening, which will be the Beetlejuice. And then on Halloween night, we have our decorating contest from 6 to 8. So make sure you get your houses decorated. We do have a contest for the most spirited house, first or second place, townhouse and condo, most spirited business, and new this year will be the most spirited street as a whole. So
We'll go ahead and take that now. I'm teasing. Thank you so much.
Sure, you're
What
welcome.
else you got, Phil? Got anything else?
That's it.
If you get a chance, every year we have, I always say it's 128 days. And I think Phil told me this year it wasn't quite 128 days. I think the number's less, but it's 128 days when every person in the state of Maryland wants to come to the town of North Beach. And we open our arms up, we welcome our guests to our businesses, to our waterfront, to our parks. And these two are stewards of that. They make sure that we all look good. And I can't tell you the number of compliments we got, especially once the pier was done.
Yeah.
I mean, just everything that's going on down there. The ramp, we're looking to do maybe another ramp on the middle beach. I mean, just so many great things, but it's spearheaded with these three in the front row here. So I just want to thank you publicly again for what y'all do. And we're all excited about the upcoming holiday season.
Yeah, me too.
We know Phil is.
I am.
He has more ideas than anybody.
Yeah.
Any questions for Phil?
Nope, good job.
I appreciate
Thank
it.
you.
Thanks, guys.
All right, let's go right into public comments. But what I would like to do is a very huge supporter of ours is Commissioner Grasso. She comes to all the events. She picks up her phone. We actually know who our commissioner is. So thank you. Would you like to say a couple words, Commissioner Grasso?
Sure. Well, on Sunday, I saw Mayor Benton, and I said that I had been to Chesapeake Beach quite a few times. They had stuff going on. Mike and I have known each other for years, so I think Bruce is, trying to get me a little more involved. But I said to Mike, I haven't been to one of your meetings, and this is awful, so I'm glad to be here. I just gave Kevin my personal email. I want to get on your newsletter, so nothing goes past me. But I love North Beach, and when we went to First Friday this time, and I hardly ever miss them. It was so nice to be sitting in Hook and Vine out on the porch. One of my grandkids texts me, Mom, where are you? We're in Hook and Vine. He comes down. He's 17. Then the granddaughter's like, I'm by the bathrooms on the boardwalk. When am I going to see you? I mean, this is such a community. And Frank and I have always talked that when we do decide to downsize, this is where we're going to be. So thank you all. Thank you for what you do. This is truly, as Mayor Benton has corrected me, I tried to say Solomon's was a walkabout town, and he said, no way. This is the only walkable town in Calvert County. Glad to be here. Call me if you need anything. I'm very involved and trying to stay more involved. And thank you all for all you do.
Thank you so much for being
You're
here.
welcome.
It means a lot to us.
You're welcome.
All right, let's open it up to public comments in the audience. We have some members online. Again, as always, please state your name, your address, 3 minutes, let us know. What we will do is take your information. I will have staff research it, look into it, and get the information back to you. And Councilman Wilcox is here. Welcome. He is. We're good. You're in time for the photo. Do we have anything, Stacy? All right. Let's go. Let's go ahead and head down to the council reports. I like to start down there with Greg. Oh no, I apologize. Our newest member, Councilwoman. So say what you want to say. Talk. This is your time to shine.
Wow, I was not expecting this spotlight, but thank you. It's a pleasure to serve up here with this distinguished group of people and the staff. I've been so impressed using the duck analogy of all of the activity that is going on and how well it is going on. And, I'm just, I'm I'm really relishing the opportunity to work together with all of you and to make a difference for our town. And I'm especially interested in the household budget. So that's a very important issue of mine. So hope to hear more from me on that.
Thank you. All right. Good catch. Sorry, you're right. Councilman Dotson. He's the elder up here, so we gotta listen.
Thanks, Mayor. Excuse me. First, I just want to thank everyone for coming out, and especially Commissioner Grasso and her husband. Thank you for representing us and doing what you do for North Beach and the rest of the district. Let's see. I did have a couple of things here. The ramp looks good. So Danny and your team, thank you for the ramp out there. I'm looking forward to using that next spring. And thank you, Mary, for getting a new wheelchair, beach accessible wheelchair. Looking forward to my wife being able to use that and other people here in the town. And the only other thing I had was just throwing this out there. The status on the tour of the wastewater treatment plant with Chesapeake Beach. So if you need some help on that, Mike and I can take a ride down there to the mayor's office. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm being recorded, aren't I? That's it. Thank you all. Everybody be safe out there. Take care.
Okay, thank you for all coming out. Sorry I had to miss, but college financing is a bear to deal with. So that's what I was doing tonight. And I just want to say, we're into the Halloween season. We've got the Boo Bash, and we've got the Hound of the Town coming up the end of the month. I think it's the 24th, something there. It's before the actual date, and that weekend beforehand. And I always have a great deal of fun. And the kids are fantastic, innovative, and the dogs are great too. So thank you all for coming out.
I'd like to say thank you for coming out. Yeah, last year Halloween was kind of interesting in this town. I saw some homes that decorated unbelievable, more so than I have in times past. Yeah, no, what I want to say, put a plug in. We have a lot of things going on in this town. There's a lot of committees that do work. I'd like to put a plug in for volunteerism, and getting people out and getting interested in your community and volunteering for different things and different activities. There's plenty going on, and certainly talents. Whatever your talents is, there's probably a place that you volunteer here. So with that, this weekend could be kind of interesting from what I hear weather-wise. So everybody take care.
Thank you, Mickey. Thank you, everyone, for coming out. I noticed Sal left. I was going to thank him for his presentation, which I'm looking forward to the Osprey Festival. Kevin, newsletter looks great. Commissioner Grasso, I feel like I don't need your email or your phone number because I see you a lot at a lot of events. So thank you for coming tonight. Alan, to your point of wanting more volunteers, I just spoke with somebody out in the audience who wants to volunteer. So we have somebody. But anyway, I look forward to the Halloween contest. That's one of my favorite events that I like to judge. I did ask Miss Crosby to come along with me this Halloween to help me judge, because the town is big and a lot of people decorate their homes. It's unbelievable to me. I mean, how this town goes all out for every holiday. Like Christmas they're not slacking either on that. And I think, Ken, you do that one. But it's amazing. It's so much fun, and I'm really looking forward to it. But and I want to thank the town staff for a great first Friday. You all did a good job, and so did the police. So thank you all. We appreciate you. You work hard, and everyone can see it.
Thank everybody for coming out and joining us online. I'm excited for Halloween because just like Ken, I'm down there for the dogs, the kids, and we're doing a movie again, so I'm happy about that. I know Phil and Emma have a day on Saturday with the dumpsters. I probably won't be able to make it because I have work and then I got to roll, so I'll try, but we'll see. Other than that, the library just, I believe, finished their mural on the lower foundation. So if you haven't got a chance to get down there and check it out, it's really nice. I took my kid down there and it was like point out all the animals, so it was fun teaching her a few new ones. So with that, thank you and have a good night.
Thank you so much. And yes, I'll echo what everybody else is saying. Thank you so much for being here. Commissioner Grasso, I talk on a regular basis. Again, I know I made a joke earlier that she answers her phone, but that's not a joke. She answers her phone, which is very important for a leader to do. So thank you for doing that. Yes, the library, the mural, all the things that are going on. You know, there's so many moving parts, as I said earlier. If you have a question online, please reach out to Town Hall. Shoot us an email. We want to make sure we're here for you. We have so many events coming up. I mean, we're very blessed when we go to our MML conferences and stuff and the compliments we get. So thank you so much for being here. And if you need us, you have our number. And can I have a motion to adjourn? Second, any discussion? All in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Thank you.